Please give a really warm welcome to Kelley.
Let's keep it going for Ange Buxton. How are you guys tonight? I'm Monk. I'm gay. Well, I'm half gay. I'm gay from my dad's side. Okay, let me try that again. I'm half gay. I'm more of a hoe than a homo. I think my dad is a little bit queer. The other day I saw him checking out a guy, and I was like, Dad, are you checking out that guy? And he says, no, I was checking out his clothes. And somehow that's more gay, right? I don't know, is there gonna be a straight pride this year again? I don't know, to me, straight pride is just a bunch of men and women just bragging about not eating pussy. I have a friend, and he got really offended when somebody asked him his pronouns. And I remember the first time I was asked my pronouns, I was at this community organizing meeting, and I didn't know what a pronoun was. And I was like, oh shit, I hope they don't ask me what adverb I am. Just say I didn't take the GRE for a reason. So very sneakily, I Googled pronouns, and when they got to me, I said that my pronouns were who. Until you get to know me. I'm non-binary. Do you guys know what that is? Yay, cool. I'm out about it. The most confused person was my grandma, and my grandma was just like, I don't know what non-binary means. And I'm like, Grandma, I don't identify as either male or female, so when you talk about me, instead of saying she or her, use they or them. And my grandma's just like, okay, but I don't talk about you. Thank you. I'm out about it at work too. When I told them, they're like, oh, we're gonna have a training for you so your coworkers won't be mean. And I was like, I don't know, they haven't been nice to me for the last 5 years. I don't know what you expect from this training. But they're trying. The other day I was asking my coworker a question, and my supervisor overheard me, and she said, I got this, I'll help her. Wait, no, that's not right. I'll help they. And she just looks so proud of herself, and I'm just like, close enough. So I work at the Social Security Administration. Yay, needs-based programs. It's interesting. I actually have to get a secret security clearance to keep my job. Yeah, no, it's not fun. So do you know how you get calls that sound like, hey, I'm a special agent from the Department of Defense and I want to talk to you about Social Security? I actually have to answer those calls. So I had to meet with the secret agent, and he was okay. And he said, we have a discrepancy on your form. And I'm like, what was it? And he said, well, you were supposed to fill out all the jobs that you've ever had, and you forgot this one job that you had for one day. Yeah, he's like, you forgot to mention True Blue Alliance. And I'm like, oh, that's a temp agency. And he says, why did you only have that job for one day? And I'm like, I don't know, that's just kind of how temp agencies are sometimes. And then he said, well, they didn't like you there. And I was like, they didn't know me. And then he said, I have your performance review right here. Do you want to hear it? And I'm like, not really. And he says, okay, well, they said that you were incompetent at using technology, and then you lack basic hygiene. Yeah, and I was like, I was a bicycle commuter. And so anyway, that's why I moved to Western Massachusetts, where showers are optional. Anyone use the app Untapped?
Yeah.
You do?
Yes.
I used to like it. So Untapped is like a beer drinking app, and you're supposed to log all the beers that you drink, and then it will give you badges based on your choices. And, you know, I was really into it until one day, you know, I'm at a bar, and it gave me the, whoa, slow down there, buddy, badge. Yeah, and I was like, are you serious? Like, my budgeting app is already angry at me. My Fitbit's giving me attitude, and somehow you're the biggest buzzkill of the three of them? I don't know. Anyone in a... Huh? Oh, okay. Anyone in a relationship? Yay! I am. My girlfriend's a little bit more traditional than me. She says if we break up, I have to delete all of her nudes. Yeah, and I was like, okay, well, if we break up, you have to keep all of my nudes and look at them once a week. I heard a snort, awesome. I met her family a few times, and I'm trying to remember their names. And I'm like, hey, Piper, who's that couple that's like an Agawam temp and a Northampton 4? And then she's like, that's not very nice. You know, they could say that we're like Agawam 2s, but Northampton 8s. Yeah, because like the whole queer lesbian thing doesn't pull well in some places. I don't know. We actually pull well with some groups and badly with others, you know? Like we pull really well with like older queers, progressive Christians, and sexual perverts. And then we pull poorly with religious fanatics, my mom's side of the family, and our exes. I don't know. So we were at the bar the other day, and we go to the bar quite a lot. And there's like one that we like to go to because it's like right next door to our house. And yeah, we get there, and the bartender's like, I need to see your IDs. And I was like, really? We saw you here yesterday and the day before? And she's like, IDs, I need your IDs. And we didn't have them, so we went back to get them, and we came back, and she just was ignoring us and tweaking out in the corner. Yeah, and I'm like, this is really annoying. Her meth problem is interfering with my drinking problem. No. Anyone go to the weed store? Do you guys like it?
Love it.
You love it? I don't know, I went in there and I felt really stupid. Yeah, because all the weed comes with like pamphlets. Yeah, like when I was growing up, if it was green, we smoked it. And if it was brown, we still probably smoked it. I don't know, so I went home and I Googled, how do you buy weed as an adult? And I swear to God, the first thing that came up was this WikiHow article. Yeah, and it says, step 1, you go to the park and start talking to strangers. I don't know. I was hanging out with my sister, and we were having a good time, but then she says, I think you're an enabler. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she says, well, I told you that I thought I had a problem with weed, and you were super dismissive. And I'm like, yeah, because that's not real. Like, what could your problem with weed possibly be? It's lovely. Is your problem that you don't have some weed? Here, have some weed. I have a friend, and then we're talking on the phone, and she says, you know, did you ever notice how easy it is to gaslight you? And I'm like, yeah, totally. And she said, do you ever wonder why that is? And I was thinking about it, and my mom actually used to gaslight me as a child. Not like, okay, let me explain. So when I was young, you know, I'm like, oh, Mom, you have these big boobs. And she's like, no, I have small boobs. And I'm like, okay, and I believed her. And then, you know, I'm going through puberty again, and I'm like, I'm getting big boobs, I got them from you. And she was like, no, you obviously got those from Dad. And I believed her, and I believed her up until literally last week. And I said something about my mom's small boobs, and my girlfriend just like, your mom has big boobs. And I was like, how do you know? And she's like, I don't know, sometimes you could just see them. Like my mom did this like weird Jedi mind trick where like, these aren't the boobs you're looking for. What do you guys think about like scent-free? Okay, so like, I don't know, it's interesting. I don't like it because like, I'm from Chicago and like nothing's scent-free there because we have a CTA, we have the subway, you know, and that's like where scents come from. Like, and I don't know, like at work, I like have had 3 people take a shit at my desk. Yeah, and like I'm not like, oh, microaggression. Yeah, no, I just take the chair and I put it into the pile with all the other shitty chairs. I'm not sure. Thank you. No one else has had anyone shit in front of their shit out. Never mind. Okay. I have a very unrelatable life. Anyone here single? Yay. I'm not single, but I was single, and when I was single, I liked to date. And people would like leave stuff in my apartment, so I used to like to play the game, whose underwear is this? Have you guys played? It's fun. You look at the underwear, and then you try it on, and it's your underwear now. You won the game. Let's keep it going for Ange Buxton!